Hey friend, today's topic is a bit different and a bit more unsettling. AI is now inside HR, and you probably still don't know what that means for your career. You're still thinking in terms of the good resume, good interview formula. But on the other side of the table, the first elimination decision is now usually made not by a human, but by an algorithm. These two things aren't the same, and knowing the old rules isn't enough anymore. With AI now part of our lives, big companies upload your resume to digital platforms and have AI analyze it to decide whether to call you in for an interview. This saves them time. But people who don't know this and don't fill out their resume in a way that catches the algorithm's attention get eliminated by the algorithm, no matter how experienced they are. I'm the auditor. I've been inside HR for 6 years, and I've been personally witnessing how this process has changed recently. Today, I'm telling you which stages of hiring AI has entered, where a human still makes the decision, and how you need to position yourself in this shift. This isn't a motivational video. This is an audit report. Today, I'm telling you what AI actually does on the other side of the table. Rule 1. The first elimination usually isn't done by a human anymore. After your resume is submitted, the systems it first passes through don't just do keyword matching anymore. At some companies, AI-powered tools score and rank candidates. This means your resume can get labeled sufficient or insufficient at a much earlier point, long before it ever reaches a human. Let me tell you about something I heard from a friend who works at a company that evaluates candidates this way. For one position, a very experienced, highly qualified candidate trusted their experience so much that they filled out their resume carelessly before sending it to HR. And because the AI couldn't find the necessary keywords, it evaluated the candidate negatively. But because applications were low, my friend, out of an old habit, reviewed the incoming resumes personally and realized the candidate was actually exactly the person they were looking for. He realized that AI actually gets closer to the correct result depending on how much data it's given, so they added a notice on the platform where candidates upload their resumes, telling them that their resumes are analysed by AI and that they need to write their information as accurately and in as much detail as possible. Practical takeaway: not knowing how these systems work is now a disadvantage. You need to make your resume readable not just for a human eye, but for both the algorithm and the human. Rule 2. Some interviews are now recorded and analysed. At some companies, video interviews aren't watched only by a human. There are processes where your speaking pace, word choices, and even your pauses get evaluated by software. Whether this is fair is debatable, but it's real. This doesn't mean you need to be paranoid. It means that giving clear, structured answers now matters not just for human impact, but for these systems too. Rule 3. AI doesn't eliminate human bias. Sometimes it amplifies it. An algorithm is trained on past hiring data. If that past data leans toward a certain pattern, certain schools, certain backgrounds, the system learns that pattern and repeats it, sometimes even more consistently than a human would. For situations like this, you need to carefully read and understand the details and required qualities in the job posting, and fill out your resume according to those details. Since AI is fed by this information, it's more likely to evaluate you positively. Knowing this shouldn't drag you into pessimism. Knowing this helps you understand which patterns you need to fit your profile into, or where you need to provide extra proof. Rule 4. The final decision still almost always belongs to a human. Even though AI plays a role in filtering and ranking, at the final point of the hiring decision, there's still a manager or an HR professional. The system can push you forward or hold you back, but it's a human who gives the yes or no answer. That's why passing the system alone isn't enough. You also need to convince that final human. Rule 5. Hiding that you used AI to prepare your resume can be riskier than actually using it. Many people now get help from AI tools when preparing a resume or cover letter. That in itself isn't a problem. The problem is using the same patterns, the same sentence structures that everyone else uses, patterns that make it obvious. HR now recognizes these patterns and it eliminates the sense of authenticity. Rule 6. In the age of AI, the thing that gains the most value is what AI can't do. Systems can process data, recognize patterns, and rank candidates. But real stories about how you handled a concrete crisis, how you made decisions under uncertainty, how you motivated a team, those are still something only a human can tell. Bringing these stories forward in your resume and interview has become more valuable than ever. Rule 7. It's not resisting this change, but understanding it that pays off. AI entering hiring isn't entirely bad or entirely good. It's simply a changing reality. Those who ignore it are still playing by the rules from 10 years ago. Those who understand it and adjust their own strategy accordingly are the ones who gain the advantage. Which of these 7 rules surprised you the most? Write it in the comments. Every week on this channel, we talk about how to protect your career with real observations from inside HR. No exaggeration, no fluff. Subscribe, because in the next audit report, I'm covering why so many candidates leave an interview feeling great and still don't get the job.